Yeah. You know, it's also an industry where, like, goddamn, like, I guess it starts on Melrose in LA, but God, it's an uphill battle from there. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, I don't know. It's oversaturated with so many clothing brands and shit. It's pretty wild.
Is that the goal to start your own clothing brand?
I think so. I think when you start on Melrose, yeah, you you make a few pieces and you try to sell them to people and you try to get like maybe an influencer who wants to put it on their page.
Yeah.
And it's just like anything else.
Yeah.
It's not. It's kind of wild. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you got to respect their hustle though, because like I haven't yet resorted to child labor to make our videos.
Yeah,
and like anybody who's a fashionista is employing child labor, which is sort of like the original AI. Like if you're not using AI in your business in 2024, you're doomed. And ditto child labor, I think. Like we've got a couple Filipinos helping us out behind the scenes with thumbnails and shit, but like they're too old, Leo.
Yeah. No, 100%. They're getting the younger the better worker they are, to be honest. So
Fez, the fire burns out by around age 14.
Yeah.
Okay, the fire burns out.
Their little hands, the speed that they create stuff with their hands.
Listen, you don't understand this. The prime of an NBA player is what? NBA, about 31, 30?
Yeah, 30.
Okay, well, the prime of a garment worker is 8. Everything is downhill after 8 for a fucking garment worker.
NBA Mike, you ever hang out with some woke black guys that might be like, man, you know, Nikes are dope, but you know, they employ a bunch of sweatshop kids.
I've never heard a black guy say that.
That would be incredible, though.
See that new drop?
Yeah. But come on, man. You got to think about it,
dude,
man.
Nike is the best, dude.
Yeah.
Nike is like the open AI of using child labor, dude. They're like at the cutting edge of the trend.
Yeah.
Like, and they've got Uyghur Muslim slaves, too, which, like, that, first of all, props for, like, finding a group to enslave that nobody cares about. Really smart. Like if you enslave somebody that nobody cares about, did you enslave anybody at all?
It's like that old question: if the tree falls in the woods and nobody heard it, you know, did it even fall?
I say no. I say Nike is like fucking God. They've gotten away with this. It's perfect. And the Uyghurs, they can't go to the bathroom. They're chained to their sewing machines, and if they complain, an agent of the CCP just fucking drags them into a room and they disappear forever.
Never heard of this, dude. They do a good job in the media of keeping this on the DL too. So
Austin knows what I'm talking about. I did a video on it that you weren't. Well, you were in the back end of the video. Austin, you know what I'm talking about, right? The Uyghurs?
The Uyghur Muslims, yeah, they're like. I haven't heard a lot of updates about it like recently because of all the war stuff with Ukraine and stuff.
That's perfect. That's great. China loves that. China counts on that shit. Yeah. Yeah, China, their game plan is so beautiful too. Whenever anybody presses them on it, they're like, "Oh, you have much more racism in United States."
Yeah, that is always their response.
And then they have a memo. They're like, "George Floyd, police brutality." There was an Asian woman next to me on the plane yesterday, and I heard her say Sacramento. Oh, it was it was like biting into a piece of A5 Wagyu for my ears, dude. Oh, man. There were so many C's and so many R's that aren't in the word Sacramento. It was like Sacramento. But basically, child labor and Uyghur Muslim slavery is fucking the future, dude.
Yeah.
The future.
Dude, there was this like he's like I guess not an influencer, but he's one of those travel like guys, and he showed this video about China that kind of scared me since COVID because they got so like everybody's they got the facial recognition coming out all that so. The crime is completely almost eliminated in China because of that. Although it's weird and you do get tickets in the mail for like jaywalking without even knowing and stuff. But they've also done some other things that he was commenting on, saying that like about half of their cars are electric now. So they used to have a problem with the air in Shanghai. Now it's like way better. And not only that, a lot of these like child labor places are coming over to like artificial intelligence. So they're getting robots going. Because they do have like a lot of robotic company doing the jobs of these like little Asian kids, so they're still keeping the price low for the United States, but there's no humans in there, and they keep doing that, and like they're moving up, man, quickly.
They're rotating the kids out in favor of AI.
AI, dude.
Yeah, they still have big problems, dude.
of course,
Like,
yeah, but-
I guess their capital flight is their biggest issue because, yeah, the crime goes down when you really, really crack down and there's facial recognition and shit. And we're like, if you go to a protest, you do 25 years in prison. But the problem is, whenever anybody gets rich there, they just fucking bounce.
Yeah.
Like, their capital flight problem is huge.
Well, did you know that
Because nobody wants to get their wealth confiscated.
Exactly. So when you die, you have to just get it goes to the government.
Probably. I don't know about that.
That's what I heard. You don't give it. You cannot legally, I guess, give it to your family in China. It goes to the government when you die. So you
100%
might as well
inheritance
spend
tax.
it. Yeah, exactly. You might as well spend it all and or go to the United States.
Yes. Yeah. So that's a big problem with China. Like, I know their stock market is in the fucking tank right now. Their demographics are even worse than ours. Neither of us are having babies, but at least we've got immigrants flowing in over the border. Some of whom are actually helping. You know, I mean, obviously there's like a sketchy side of that. But yeah, China, people want the fuck out, dude. Like, you just don't. Like, the threat of just having somebody knock on your door who's wearing black gloves and be like, come with us. And then maybe you disappear forever. Like, nobody was smart enough in China to make $1 million is going to subject themselves to that.
No, 100%. I wonder how Fez would do in China. If we just dropped you in Shanghai.
They would just like think he was Buddha.
Yeah, they probably think he was like
He's
like Xi Jinping's like nephew or something.
Yeah, or they'd be like, "Oh, it's Kim Jong Un's grandson."
Fez, what would you just go around asking for orange chicken? Like, what would you do in China?
Dude, we need to do it. We need to do a Buddha
No,
video.
like if I were in China, I would like to see their martial arts competitions in Shanghai. That'd be amazing.
Really?
In China, what's their martial art in
Karate?
China? That's
No,
isn't that
no, it's-
Japanese?
it's
Isn't it
mostly
Wing
like
Shu
Kung
or whatever
Fu.
that one is?
I think Kung Fu. Yeah, karate is. I'm sure there's a lot of bleed over between the two, but
Yeah.
I thought karate was more Japanese, but fucking
Yeah, karate's a Japanese word.
judo is Japanese as fucking shit. That's where jujitsu comes from.
Yes.
That's how come I can mess you up, Fez, is because the Japanese did judo. So
Can we
fucking stand
try it
I
out?
can't believe, Fez. I'm worried about you spreading some just because of the language barrier. I'm worried about you spreading some horrible lies about the crew that aren't like,
here we
you know,
go.
just because of the language barrier. Like, are you going to be at a party drunk and just be like, Danny, he liked to choke me sometimes.
Dude, what the fuck, Fez?
I pass out and then something, I don't know.
Something like comes out of him and goes into me.
Dude, hey, Fez, for real.
I call it
though?
my friendship juice.